Today on Drawbli.
Ben is painting a dog.
Hey, I'm Ben.
And I'm Abby.
And we are drawing together because art is better with friends.
So click the subscribe button if you're new around here.
And check out Brush Club at the link below in the description if you want some cool monthly brushes.
This is one of your best works to date.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I've been holding on to that comment until now.
I mean, thank you, I guess.
You're welcome.
I really enjoyed working on this. I had been in a place for a while where I felt like I was doing a lot of characters, and when you paint or draw the same thing over and over and over again, I feel like you kind of feel like you're not progressing. You feel like you kind of get stuck a little. So that's how I was feeling. So I was like, I haven't done an animal in a while. Let's do an animal. Let's do a dog. Found this awesome reference, which is currently flipped, so I can't read the credit in the bottom corner.
But the credit is in there for once.
It is there. Yeah, thank you, Pinterest.
Thank you, Pinterest, for being the worst.
If that person hadn't put their watermark on their image, you know.
Always watermark your images.
Yeah, I think you should always watermark your art. I've never watermarked a single Drawbli artwork that I've created. I don't think you have either.
Do you watermark your Polygon sculpts?
I do watermark those, but you know, I don't feel like my paintings are at a point where I can or should watermark them.
We'll get there.
That's neither here or there. What is here and there is this dog, though.
This dog. So good.
Yeah, I spent a long time working on this one.
Yeah, there's so many subtle like gradient shifts and value shifts on his fur. Dog form, especially of short-haired dogs, is so cool. I love looking at, you know, a dog, just the way the light shines and reflects off their fur is always so mesmerizing once you look at it for a long time.
Thank you. Yeah, I really tried to play around with my shape design for my individual brush strokes. Obviously, right now what I'm doing is just kind of figuring out the planes and colors that I want to use. But yeah, I felt like I was a little more intentional about this painting than others than I've been in the past.
I was gonna say, you are clearly being very intentional here, where I could see myself going about this and just slapping on like large splashes of random color and letting it bleed wherever. You are saying, no, let's not start so messy and refine backwards. Let's start somewhat messy, you know, somewhat blocked in, and then refine. But then let's try to keep it a little more refined throughout the whole process.
I think I'm starting to get back into a style of selection lasso mixed with kind of brush strokes to create some interesting shapes. It is very, I think, Leyendecker in finality, like the type of style that it leans towards, which I'm fine with. To be derivative of that, but I think it's a really cool style, and it's something that I can wrap my brain around. I really struggle a lot with like soft blending of brush strokes, and it's just hard edges make more sense in my brain. I think they're easier for most people, and I think most people would agree with that who paint, but it's something that it's probably like a weakness of mine that I should work on more. Like, I should do a painting where I do nothing but soft brushes. Yes. That would be painful for me, but I should try that. Yeah, it's definitely something I should work on.
I would, to echo back to what you started that sentence with, I would be proud for anyone to call my work derivative of Leyendecker.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, if anybody said my work was derivative of anybody with like an ounce of real skill and talent, I would consider myself to be on the right track.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair. I also haven't done this in a while, where I take some really saturated colors and just get like little hints of them in my painting. I feel like it's a good way to add visual interest onto something that, you know, like this dog, it does have like little bits of purple here and there if you kind of look for it.
Yeah.
I think images are more interesting and actually truer to life if you can kind of get some of that in there.
Now, if you can really refine this style, you can make quite a living as a pet illustrator.
That's true.
People love having your pets illustrated.
Yeah, and I don't want to be that.
I know.
I like drawing, I don't think I would ever want to be a commission-based artist. That just doesn't sound super enjoyable to me because I really enjoy making exactly what I want. One of the reasons why I got out of the kind of traditional office setting for art as a professional digital sculptor when I was working in the toy industry was because I didn't love always having someone tell me what to make. And you know, I'm very lucky now to be in a position where I can make kind of whatever I want.
I've heard that from people who become professional artists, that it can sap some of the joy from the process to never
absolutely.
be working on your own piece. My sister-in-law Carly is a very talented artist who went to a lot of school for a lot of different forms of art. But she's very intentionally not made her career bent towards just creating art for other people. She has many skill sets in other areas because she really didn't want to chase the joy out of it, which is something you have managed to create in your life as well, which is really cool.
Yeah, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that type of
no,
work.
not at all.
I think a lot of people enjoy that kind of
I
stuff.
would be proud to do it.
In a lot of ways, it's actually very nice for people to kind of tell you what to create. I actually do enjoy that quite a bit because it takes a lot of the hard part out of like, what do I work on next? And in a lot of ways, it is very nice to have someone say like, hey, I need this done by next week. And it's like, awesome. I'm going to do it. Yeah, exactly.
Some extrinsic accountability and motivation. Yeah, lots of pros there too.
I have actually found that, I talked recently in a video about like, you have to kind of separate yourself as like, when you're working for yourself as a boss version and the worker version of yourself.
I don't think I could do that. I really don't.
You do it already. You probably just don't recognize that you do it. Where we'll say like, hey, next week we're gonna record Drawbli, so I need to make a painting of something by then. What am I interested in? What do I want to do? It's this. Okay, now I'm gonna go work on this thing. So.
Okay, if that's what it is, then yes, I do that. But I definitely don't feel these two separate and distinct personas.
Yeah, I'm not saying you have to
I'm not
have,
saying that's
like,
weird that you do that.
I'm
just saying I don't do it, and I'm very normal as a general rule, and I have no
To be an
weirdness
artist, you
about
have to have
myself.
multiple personalities is what I'm saying, Abby.
Yes, I do, but none of them are the boss.
Ah.
We are
darn.
all chaotic in here.
Yeah, all
We are
chaotic versions of
trying to
Abby.
get out of work and just do whatever we want, and we all want to do it, so we all do it.
So we all do it. None of us
My
are
life is
working.
chaos.
Yeah, but this kind of style where I like keep working a painting and get it like messier and messier until I find that control. Like, essentially what I like to do is kind of figure out the shapes while I'm painting, where I just try a bunch of stuff and a lot of it ends up not working, but along the way I find the stuff that does work and is cool and interesting.
That is very cool.
Mm-hmm.
And that's I guess how that works, you know. Feel like I watch some artists and it's almost as if they knew exactly what the steps are from the first stroke to the very last.
Called experience, baby.
Exactly. And they just know step by step. There is no like sketching around or guessing around. Of course there is, but we just don't see that part necessarily. But it's always insane when I see that.
Yeah, you're not watching a painting that they're making right then and there. You're watching, 10, 20 years of experience that they have coming all together in this one artwork that they're making right now.
Yeah, it's very cool. Watching anybody who is good at their craft and experienced in it do that thing is always super impressive. And that's every form of work and craft out there. Somebody who has just been doing it a long time, it is so cool to watch. I got to go observe an open heart surgery once when I was in my nurse residency at the hospital.
Did you get to participate?
I did not, but I was 2 feet away and it just blew my mind. This open, trunk of a person.
Yeah.
And seeing all the surgeons, because there were multiple surgeons. It was this big bypass surgery. So they were harvesting veins from the arms and legs and putting them into the heart.
How many surgeons?
There was at least,
more than 3?
I don't remember. It was like 6 years ago.
Oh, okay.
It was just so cool though.
That is cool.
And yeah, so that was another example of people doing things that they're good at.
Yeah, I think it's really fun to watch people that are really good at what they do. And the more we draw and paint, the better we are going to become at what we do here on Drawbli.
And if you want to become better at what you do, click that like and subscribe button.
And check out Brush Club at the link below in the description. And this is the part where we say...
Goodbye.
Goomba. Abby, would you take this dog to be your own dog?
I do.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way I phrased that was kind of like almost...
Kind of pretty matrimonial.
Yeah.
There's a first-rate opportunity to get married with impunity.
To a
indulge
dog.
in the divinity of unbounded, domesticity. We shall swiftly be personified, conjugally matrimonified.
And we'll just
by a
slowly
doctor
fade
of
out the audio
divinity who's
here.
located in this vicinity.
No, don't let me stop you.